Question to massage therapists: has a massage ever turned into something intimate for you? How did it happen? This isn't my story, it's my colleague's. He was giving a massage to a female client, and it all escalated into oral. She was an attractive woman, and he showed persistence. Well, I think he didn't know how to read signals because she was married and was just being friendly. She reported him to the police, and he lost his license. This happened to my former friend, misinterpreting some signs or imagining signs in his head. He tried to intensify the massage by massaging her intimate area. The client stopped him and called the police. In the end, he was convicted of harassment. He was sentenced to a year of community service and practically lost everything in his life. My wife was actually harassed by a male massage therapist. I don't know, maybe he misread the signs, like you said about your friend, but this guy tried to stick his fingers inside her. Someone needs to watch fewer adult films. And I have a story as a client. I lived in a big city in Southern California. Across the street from where I lived, there was a massage salon in an old building. I used to go there as often as I could afford it, and everything was great, or so I thought. I had never had a massage before and thought that big baths, showers, champagne were normal since I had no point of reference. After each session, the ladies often asked if I wanted anything else or if I wanted to extend the session. Being very frugal, I always said, "No, thank you." But the last time was different. She kept making me turn over, massaged my thigh muscles, let her fingers drift a bit, and asked if I wanted anything else. I shyly replied, No, I'm fine, thank you." After we finished, she again asked if I wanted anything else. I declined. A few weeks later, I was walking home from work, and the police were already on my street. As many of you probably guessed, they busted the place. It was a known brothel. I tiptoed home, worried they might come to arrest me, but fortunately, that didn't happen. Now, I'm a massage therapist. I worked in a gym, and a guy asked for a 30-minute massage on his legs and abs because he was a runner. Nothing unusual. So I finished massaging his legs and started on his abs. I pulled the sheet down to his hips so his abs were exposed. He was completely naked under the sheet, which isn't unusual, but men usually cover their privates while I work on their abs. He lifted his hand to scratch his nose, but when it came back down, he accidentally pulled the sheet down, exposing himself. It didn't bother me, I just pulled the sheet back over him and continued working. Then the sheet slipped again, and I covered him again and kept massaging. When it happened a third time, I tucked the sheet under his ribs and kept going without saying a word. He didn't try anything else after that. I finished the massage professionally and sent him on his way. Thankfully, he never came back. My mom is a massage therapist. She worked at several chiropractic offices. If you're a good worker and trustworthy, the owners give you keys so you can take clients on weekends. One time, I had to take a cab to her work while she was scheduled to massage a man. He was married and had recently moved to the US. He sent my mom some messages that made her doubt his intentions, but she thought maybe he just spoke poor English. She called me, asking me to come as soon as possible. Apparently, he had sent her a coded message that in the massage world signals it's heading toward intimacy. I arrived first. My mom tried to downplay it, saying maybe he didn't know what it meant, maybe she misunderstood. After all, he had a wife. Then the man came in with candy and flowers. He saw me sitting there, got confused, handed them to my mom, paid for the massage, threw me a sideways glance, and left. A guy I know ended up dating his massage therapist. After several sessions, she gave subtle hints, then messaged him saying he'd need to switch to another therapist. He was disappointed until she hinted that it was because they weren't allowed to date clients. A few weeks later. Also, for 15 years I've had 4 guys try to turn the massage into something more. It annoys me. I always share their names and phone numbers with my massage therapist friends, so if they get tired of harassing me, they can't just move on to someone else. My mom says there have been many cases where clients try to turn a massage into something more, which can be quite unpleasant. But she never reciprocates. One time, a guy asked her to massage down there. She refused, so he grabbed her breast and just held it there. My mom didn't know what to do, so she just kept working. Some clients also make lots of unnecessary moaning sounds, which my mom finds funny. An ex of one of my friends was a massage therapist. She said she constantly had people asking for extras or to wear low-cut tops. Aren't there places in every big city for these kinds of requests? Why harass someone who could lose their job over it? I used to work at a massage salon in Florida, nothing special, I just did my job. We had some regulars, one of whom always asked for me. One day, during casual conversation while I was setting up, he mentioned he had recently divorced and that the marriage was very bad. Our massage place was not one of those with happy endings. He was a good-looking guy, maybe a 7 out of 10, good job, nice car, always tipped well. Toward the end of the massage, he asked if he could get something more. At first, I was confused and said he could always extend the session for an additional fee. He said, "No, I mean something exclusive." At that point, I realized what he meant and smiled. He flipped onto his back, facing me, and I did it. In my story, I was a massage client. I was about 20 when it happened, and it still gives me chills. After a car accident, I was assigned a massage therapist to work on my shoulder, nothing else, just the arm and shoulder. I arrived at the session and saw a very young guy waiting. I asked if I could keep my clothes on below the waist, he said I should be in my underwear. I already felt weird but agreed. I was lying on the table as he massaged my back, then lower back. I already felt uncomfortable. Then he pulled down my underwear. His hands were strong and oily, and he slid them right between my buttocks. Oh my god, it was almost the end of the session, and it didn't last long, but I was so shocked I froze. I got dressed, went to the front desk, and canceled all future appointments. I didn't report the incident when the receptionist asked what went wrong, because the older ladies loved this guy. I just said I wouldn't give him another chance. My wife's sister had a male client who, after a session, started pleasuring himself when she left the room so he could dress. She returned to find the massage table covered and a bunch of tissues used to clean it up. The salon then ordered all tissues and towels to be removed from the room whenever this client came back. When he returned, my wife called the front desk, and 2 girls came in and removed everything from the room. He quickly got dressed in shame and never returned. My massage therapist told me about a time when a very attractive woman came in for her first session. He asked her to undress as much as she was comfortable with, usually meaning lying under a towel or sheet. He came back a few minutes later and found her sitting naked in a chair, asking what to do next. Now he gives much clearer instructions. Same thing happened to my colleague, but her client was an old man. She opened the door and exclaimed, "No way," and shut it again. Then she peeked in to make sure he understood and lay on the table under a sheet like he was supposed to. I had a very sweet client once. I was massaging her neck and the occipital muscles at the base of her skull. She leaned into me, pressed her cheek against my forearm, sighed, and nuzzled me with her nose. She's one of those people who completely zones out during massages, so while it wasn't overtly sexual, it was definitely an unusually intimate gesture. She snapped out of it when I moved away from her cheek. She immediately blushed in embarrassment. I also have a few clients, both men and women, who make strange sexual noises but show no other obvious signs of arousal. With some of them, I brace myself when asking them to turn onto their back. I think some of them would like more from the massage, but nothing inappropriate happens. Though we do get emails and phone calls from people asking if we do those kinds of things. If I wanted to satisfy people for money, I could have done that without going through 3 years of training and paying annual professional dues. My spouse, also a massage therapist, once had a teenage boy who reached out to touch her thigh while she was standing next to the table. She politely but firmly stopped him,